Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to break down UFC Fight Night, Taira versus Park. A lot of new last minute matchups. Let's break down this card right into it. Let's go. First fight of the night, we got a new matchup. We got Austin Bashi versus John Yannis. Bashi 13-1, coming off the upset loss to C-Rod, Christian Rodriguez last fight. And he's taking on John Yannis 9-3. Heavy hitter. The guy can crack for sure. He's got obviously the three losses, couple decision losses. Cameron Smotherman got the best of him. There's no odds on this fight, and to be honest, I don't even really have a strong opinion on this fight. It's just so last minute. I'm just looking at this right now. I haven't got a chance to really dive into John Yannis's takedown defense because that's probably going to be what makes or breaks this fight. On the feet, I think he can hurt Austin Bashi. I don't really have a lot of faith in Austin Bashi after last fight, but you got to think C-Rod's better than John Yannis. So, I mean, my initial gut is that Bashi's going to rebound here with a decision win by grinding. But I'd like to take a deeper look at Yannis's takedown defense. What do you think?
Yeah, I didn't see much in the regional thing about Giannis's takedown defense. Bashi is the grappler. He's touted as a big prospect. C-Rod is a prospect killer though, and can't take too much away from him. I feel like whenever you put someone up against C-Rod, it's too big of a jump sometimes, and then when you put C-Rod up against someone, it's too big of a jump for him. So honestly, I think he should be able to take him down and control him based on what I've seen from Bashi. He can always get hit, but I'll take the more well-rounded guy over someone that's a power puncher. But yeah, man, take it with a grain of salt, guys.
All right. Next fight of the night, women's 115-pound division. We got Piera Rodriguez 10-2 taking on Ketlin Souza 15-5. Uh Tricky fight to predict. I think I think it's probably going to decision. Piera Rodriguez is way younger. She has more potential to grow in between fights, more potential to look better than she did. I think Ketlin Souza is Caitlin Souza at this point. She hits very hard. Everything she does, she's probably got all the finishing upside here, put it that way. But she's quite possibly going to be decisioned here. Um, I for some recollection, I feel like Piera's slowed down before, so I don't know if she's necessarily the fighter to pour the volume on Ketlin here. I think Sousa's definitely in her last few years here, but because she's more dangerous, I think I'm going to lean Ketlin Souza. I think Rodriguez is probably going to be where most picks are going here, but I'm going to take Sousa. What do you think?
Well, they're only 2 years of difference in their age, actually, to be honest. So anyway, Piera Rodriguez, when she can get her grappling going, she's pretty good. Ketlin Souza in the early rounds is usually pretty good. Against Angela Hill in that last fight, she just was a step behind. Angela Hill is a vet, and she's pretty quick for being an older lady, anyways. I wouldn't take too much from that fight. Pierre Rodriguez doesn't have that sort of fucking striking. Uh, she just doesn't. And if you can put the pressure on Pierre Rodriguez, I mean, Kelvin Souza is a pressure fighter. Pierre Rodriguez is known to wilt. She wilted against Jillian Robertson. She really did. She let us down in that spot. I know I'm having a tough time backing her at minus 188. Let's just be honest with that. And even when she does take, so her last fight, she had to take her down 11 times. What's that mean? That means she ain't holding her down, right? So, I mean, Catelyn's no slouch on the ground. She has a rear naked choke to her own record there. So, yeah, man, odds say that this is a closer fight than minus 188. So, I'm on the Souza side, and this is an odds play.
All right. Next fight of the night, men's 125-pound division. We got Felipe Bunes 14-7 taking on Rafael Estevam 13-0. Grappler versus grappler. You should be in for hopefully exciting scrambles. I'm hoping this isn't some lay and pray boring decision here. Boons is a hell of a grappler, very very fun fighter. The problem here is he's going to be on his back, and I don't think he's going to be able to submit. I mean, obviously, like, with the skills he has, sure, he's going to be throwing up chokes and all that kind of shit. But I think Estevam is not going to get tapped out from the top position. I think he's going to be the guy on top, and I think he's going to be the guy winning the fight. So give me a Rafael. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm on the same lines as that because, I mean, he fought Aguilar in his last fight. He fought out of two pretty good guillotines from that guy. I mean, he's shown that he can have top control in every single one of his fights. He is a relentless wrestler, and his takedowns, mind you, he has some good variety to them. They're not all like double legs or single legs. He does a lot of trips. He does a lot of that kind of stuff. Boone's other than his UFC stuff, he does accept a little bit of bottom position because he is such a good jits practitioner, and those jits guys accept a lot of positions. Estevan finds himself on the bottom. I think there's a problem, but I just don't think so. I think he just takes him down like he has all the odds are wide though. Odds are damn wide. Odds are damn wide. And I actually think this goes to decision because I can't see Estevan finishing him. And if he just stays out of the sub, I think he should be good here.
All right, next fight of the night, men's middleweight division. We got Rodolfo Vieira, 10-3, taking on Tresean Gore, 5-3. I mean, from just looking at it straight up, Rodolfo Vieira is the better fighter. I mean, he's a world-class jiu-jitsu champion. His striking has improved. It's still a little bit weird, but it has improved. He should be the stronger guy. The guy's a fucking musclehead. Um, the problem I have is, we've seen him quit once, but it was just total gassing out. Like it was total gassage. It looks like he's improved that, but I don't know. For some reason, I've just never fully trusted him ever since that fight. Now, Tresean Gore, obviously, he's not very great. He's more of a sprawl and brawl. Use the wrestling to keep it standing and throw the strikes out. It's an okay choke. He's not going to choke out Rodolfo Vieira. Um, the odds, if the odds are super super wide, I haven't even seen them. If the odds are super wide, I might stab Gore, to be honest. If they're very close, Vieira's the better fighter. Like, what
Minus
are the odds there?
225 for Rodolfo,
Minus 225.
plus 187 for Gore.
Tempting. I wish it was a little bit more, and I could get there. I mean, Tresean Gore just proved he is tougher than I thought. Like, he took a fucking beating from that Marco Tulio last fight. I don't think Vieira is going to be as threatening as Marco Tulio. So, I mean, I expect more of the same fight. I expect it to be a stand-up fight, and I don't think Vieira is anywhere near as good as Marco on the feet. So I think there's a path for Tresean Gore. I kind of want to take Tresean Gore. I don't think Vieira's just going to take him down and top him. I mean, obviously that's his bread and butter, but I don't see that happening. I see them striking it out, and I think it's going to be fairly close. And I think Tresean Gore just proved his durability and that he can go longer. And I don't know if Vieira can. So I think Vieira's going to start winning, but I don't know if he can hold it for the whole 3 rounds. I'm going to stab Tresean Gore. Stupid pick. I'm going to stab Tresean Gore. What do you think?
We haven't talked all week, and this is the funny thing. God, I think Tresean Gore might be the better striker in this case. But he also has his problem is dumb fight IQ, right? So now the issue is that Rodolfo's takedowns aren't so good. He couldn't get down Petrosky and he got beat, right? If he can't get you down, he's going to get beat. Now, Tresean Gore sports a pretty good takedown defense, and not a lot of guys take him down and just have their way with him, right? So that's where this is where the problem is Rodolfo just going to take him down because honestly, all it is I take you down one time and he probably has him in this situation. But like if he doesn't get him down, this is a pretty 50-50 fight, right? So I was leaning Gore too, and I wanted a little bit more juice on it though.
Yeah.
I wanted a little bit more juice on it, but like there's like one path for Vieira to win this, because on the feet it's pretty close. I think the wrestling also is tips kind of towards Gore's favor. It's the jits, but jits is no good if you can't get a guy on the ground. So yeah, maybe shoot us in the foot, but like honestly, man, if you listened to the podcast last week, between me and Coach, we picked 5 out of the 7 underdogs. Like you can't just blindly pick, but if you were listening to the actual breakdowns between the two of us, we picked 5 out of those 7 underdogs. So I feel like that's pretty good. So, anyways, still lean Gore in this case. It's just, I just
I
so
wish there was more.
wish there was more. And it's uneasy, but maybe there isn't more because of this factor, right? So.
All right, moving on. Men's 135 division. We got Rinya Nakamura 9-1 taking on Nathan Fletcher 9-2. I think Nakamura rebounds here. I think he's going to take Nathan Fletcher down at will. I think he's going to ride him out from the top position. Nathan Fletcher's a pretty tough guy, so I think this might be one of those Nakamura fights that are kind of frustrating, where you're hoping that he finished him and did more, but I think he's going to want to play this one a little bit safer. Well, maybe not safe, but either I don't know. I think he's going to get the takedown early and often, and he's going to be on top most of the fight. And it might be one of these Rinya decision kind of fights because Nathan Fletcher's fairly tough. But give me Rinya regardless to use his superior athleticism and wrestling to win the fight from the top position. What do you think?
Pretty much what Kyle O'Loughlin did to freaking Nathan Fletcher in the last fight. Just the better wrestler, the better grappler. And that's where Nakamura is a world-class wrestler. He's gone to wrestling like competitions, like, and he went against that in his last fight. But Muin Grafarov is probably a better fighter than Nathan Fletcher, anyways. So on the feet, he's not lost either. So I don't think Nathan Fletcher is a better striker either. So yeah, it's a rebound. It's a rebound spot. Like just too many ways for Nakamura to win.
All right. Next fight of the night, we got Nick Klein, 6-2, taking on Andre Pulyaev, 9-3. This is a classic striker versus grappler. Nick Klein wants to use the jiu-jitsu. Pulyaev is a pretty crisp striker, and I think he should hurt Nick Klein here. I don't think Nick Klein's the most physically imposing guy. I mean, look at him. He looks kind of like Sean O'Malley. He's not going to be some guy who's going to use some power wrestling and get Andre down. And even if he does get him down, is it going to be like an instant submission? Like if he gets him down for like 1 minute here or there? I don't know. I don't think Nikolai's going to have success anyways. I think Pulayev's going to hurt him on the feet. It's just how much killer instinct he shows in going for it, whether it's a decision or a knockout. But I think Pulayev beats him up. What do you think?
Yeah, actually, Pulyaev, if he threw more volume in that Christian Leroy Duncan fight, he could have been at least in that fight. Like it's not like Duncan was just like walking all over him. Um, yeah, man, like Nick Klein, he looked sort of good against Abdur Malik and then just got knocked out. I mean, I feel like it's the same sort of thing here. Pulyaev should have enough defensive wrestling to keep this off the ground, and I think on the feet, he's the better striker, but he's got to bring that fight that he brought in the Dana White Contender Series. He's got to bring that volume. He's got to bring that this time. These odds are close for a reason, but I'm gonna lean with Pulyaev, the favorite.
All right. Next fight of the night, we got Danny Silva, 10-1, taking on Kevin Vallejos, 15-1. Danny Silva, good, well-rounded fighter. I don't even know what you'd really classify him as, but he's a well-rounded fighter. That's all I'm gonna say. Kevin Vallejos hits like a truck. He's gonna be looking to knock him out. Uh, if he doesn't knock him out, how's he going to look late? I mean, he does have a decision or two that we've seen, so I'm going to assume that he can keep it going. Give me Vallejos being the better striker. I don't know that he scores a knockout, but I think he's the better striker. What do you think?
He's a better striker in this sense for sure, for sure. Danny, he's got that sort of Pantoja style because he looks like he's tired, but he's not really tired at the end of the fights. And the only way he wins this is if he can hold him down and take him down. It's got to be like 4 times, 4 or 5 times in the fight and hold him down for big sections. And I just don't see it happening. Vallejos is pretty active. He can keep it on the feet, and I do think the odds are wide at -400, especially for a guy as talented as Danny Silva. But yeah, give me Vallejos. I think the better striker keeps it off the ground and just wins the kickboxing match. Danny Silva's tough. I don't know if he's going to knock him out. Probably does, but I don't know.
All right. Next fight of the night, men's welterweight division. We got Neil Magny, 29-13, taking on Elizo Zaleski dos Santos, 25-9-1. Uh, Two older guys, both on their way out. Neil Magny, he's like Mr. Put you to sleep, like boring fight. I don't even put you to sleep in the octagon. Put the fans to sleep. I hate his fights. I can never root for Neil Magny. He's looking to wall install you, grind you on the fence, maybe get a trip, and then go for a choke. And can he do that to Zaleski? Possibly. It's not like Zaleski is like some fantastic wrestler or anything like that. But Zaleski, he's not a terrible grappler in his own right. He is the better striker. He is the more dangerous guy. He doesn't have to worry about being knocked out here because Neil Magny has no power. So I got to lean Zaleski to win because I don't think he's going to get grinded on. So give me Zaleski and maybe even knocks out Magny, to be honest. I think it's on the table, I think. But regardless, Zaleski's the pick for me. What do you think?
I think I kind of like Magny in this spot, to be honest with you. Just because of I think it's strength of schedule. Because like Magny was up against Praitas, Morales, Malott, Gary, Rowe, like, and it's just a lot better competition than what Dos Santos has been seeing lately. And yeah, he knocked out Scroggins, but lost to what's his name, Chidi, and in a kickboxing match. I don't think this is going to be a power kickboxing match by any means, but yeah, man, this is the first time Magny doesn't have to worry about getting knocked out in the last few fights as well, right? So he could probably come forward with a little bit more ill intent as in to push that grind. And Dos Santos wears. We seen he wore against Randy Brown, and he can't get taken down. So at plus 170, I think a shot on a Magny decision here is probably what I'll do.
All right. Next fight of the night, women's 135 division. We got veteran fighter Carol Rosa, 18-7, taking on Nora Cornolle, 9-2. I mean, Rosa's fought the way better competition. She's been in there with everybody, but I mean, what has she won? Like one fight in her last four or something like that? Like she's not momentum is she's on the down and down, and Cornolle's on the up and up. I mean, she only has really one loss in her last like seven, eight fights or whatever for Nora Cornolle here. No, man, Carol Rosa should be the better fighter. The problem is she's kind of out of shape, kind of short. I don't know how much volume she's going to throw. Like some fights, she's a dog and she throws ton, and sometimes she looks sluggish. So I think it's a momentum pick. It's probably going to bite me in the ass. And like I said, Carol Rosa should be the better fighter. She's been in there with better fighters. But I just think Nora's got more momentum in her favor right here. I think this is going to be a decision fight. Give me Nora to maybe slightly out volume her. Carol Rosa should be able to beat her, though, man. If Carol Rosa can't win this one, I don't know where she goes from here. That might be it. I don't know. I'm going to stab the dog in Nora. Not a confident pick, but more of momentum seems to be going her way right now. What do you think?
Kind of reminds me of that Yan versus McGee fight from last week. So like I think this is too much of a step up for Nora Cornolle, to be honest with you. That's all. I think Carol Rosa, like you said, has been in there with the Aldanas, has been there with the who she beat a couple fights ago that was pretty good. Patty Kianzad probably would wipe the floor with fucking Nora Cornolle, to be honest with you. So just lost to Eileen Perez. Eileen Perez is a pretty good fighter. Wins us money all the time because she had a pretty good grappling game. So yeah, man, Nora Cornolle, like, man, she doesn't jump on that choke against Haley Cowan. She just lost a legit round to Haley Cowan, like a girl that I don't even think could like lace up Carol Rosa's gloves, to be honest with you. So, I mean, I've stabbed against Nora Cornolle a lot of times, and more or less, you know, she does she does me dirty because she's always a fucking favorite. Now she's the underdog, so. Anyways, I think Carol Rosa's just gonna grind her. I think she won't get taken down. She might not have more power, but like she's been there. She knows how to win these fights, and I think she's just gonna dirty her down to the fucking side of the cage, knees, all that kind of crap. So give me Carol Rosa.
All right. Next fight of the night is probably one of the funner ones. We got Esteban Ribovics, 14-2, taking on Elvis Brener, 16-5. These are two uh come forward fighters that are both dogs. I mean, I like stabbing Elvis Brener as a dog often, but I cannot stab him here. I mean, Esteban has too much dog in him to blow this. Like, I mean, he should be beating him up. He should be tagging him on the feet. If Elvis has his moment and hurts him back, I mean, Ribovics has a chin of fucking titanium. So I'm not too worried about him getting KO'd. I'm not too worried about him. I don't know, maybe getting taken down and tapped out by the Brazilian here. I don't really think that's on the table. So I think it's a striking match, and I think Ribovics is definitely the cleaner, better striker. I don't think there's a chance of him getting KO'd. So therefore, I just don't see how Brenner wins the fight, to be honest. So I am on Ribovics. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm on her big too. Arguably, I watched the Hackber ass fight again the other night. I thought he could have been called the winner in that fight, to be honest with you. So yeah, this is a guy that showed the world how fake Daniel Zellhuber was before Michael Johnson did. So yeah, man, he's a cleaner striker. Brenner takes a lot, you know, chances, and yeah, he has power. But like you said, that chin has shown itself in many a fight for Ribovics. So yeah, man, Ribovics for sure. I think he outvolumes him.
All right, another fun one. Co-main event of the evening. We got Chris Duncan, 13-2, taking on Matthias Rebecki, 20-2. Uh, I mean, everyone's on Rebecki, and I get it. I think on paper he is probably better everywhere. He should be the better grappler, the better wrestler, maybe the better striker, probably the better striker, the more powerful guy. Chris Duncan keeps fucking upsetting people though. I mean, like he's shown he's a very fucking tough guy. Very, very tough guy. He's a dog. And what those dogs do is they take a beating and they come back and they win late. And that is absolutely on the table here because we have seen Rebecki slow down. Uh, that being said, I still got to go Rebecki. I mean, he should not be out grappled here whatsoever. Um, yeah, no, I don't know. Rebecki should roll here, but like I said, Chris Duncan is a fucking dog, man. And if Rebecki gasses out late, like he has in the past, Chris Duncan definitely has that path. But relying on taking a beating to come back, it's not really a good strategy to win. So yeah, give me Rebecki. But I'm telling you, Chris Duncan's a pretty tough dude, man. What do you think?
So this one was tough because like Rebecca has a 5-inch reach disadvantage, so he has to jump the pocket to get inside, right? So how many times is he going to do that? I don't know. Is he going to try to wrestle? Because Chris Duncan's bread and butter is that guillotine, right? And I don't know. So it's a tough fight to call because like Rebecca's, even though he beat Oral by in that last fight, still showed that he slowed down and still was getting tagged all over by Oral by too, right? So and against Diego Ferreira, he slowed down a lot. So like they're like I don't know, man. Like this is weird because like what is he gonna do? How is he gonna approach this fight? Is he gonna wrestle? Is he gonna strike? Because I think Duncan is an adequate striker, not a great striker, but yo, he himself were winning striking exchanges in his last two fights that he pulled the sub on too, right? So I don't know. I had a tough time with this one, but I think Duncan. I've won a lot of money on him, and I think I'm gonna roll with Duncan again in this fight. I think he can weather the storm at the beginning, and as Rebecca kind of slows down, I think he might mercy wrestle and put his neck in a bad spot. So I got Chris Duncan by submission.
Oh, wow. Nice pick. And that brings us to the main event of the evening. We got Tatsuro Taira, 16-1, taking on late replacement Hyun Sung Park. This is a grappler versus grappler. It's quite possible this is a boring ass fight. Um, I think it's closer than you think. I think Hyun Sung Park is a hell of a grappler, and I wonder if he has the wrestling edge here. I think people are going to say no because Taira, that's his bread and butter, is getting you down and out grappling you, but it's kind of Park's bread and butter too. And I think that there's a world where he could be the one on top and grinding out rounds. I think there's definitely a world that can happen. I don't see odds here. What are the odds?
Minus 350 for Tyra.
Minus 350. Interesting. Um, for me, from a betting perspective, it would be probably dog or pass, to be honest. I mean, Brandon Royval just beat the guy. Young Sung Park doesn't have that pressure, or I guess that wild in your face striking, but he's going to come forward. He's going to look for the takedowns. He's going to look to grind. I don't think either guy's getting tapped out. I don't think. I mean, obviously that's Tyra's bread and butter is to finish him. I don't know. Do you shoot a Tyra submission? Because at minus 350, I wouldn't be playing his money line, I don't think. I don't know what a sub line looks like. I don't think that's out yet, but I don't think he's subbing Young Sung Park, to be honest. I think we got a decision on our hands here. I think we got a decision. And if you have a decision and the odds are that wide, it would be dog or pass. I think everyone's going to call me an idiot in the comments because that's seems to be the trend these days. But I think I'm going with Young Sung Park. I don't give a shit. I don't know. I think it's a closer fight than the odds suggest. What do you think?
I think it's grappler versus grappler. But I do think Tyra showed adequate chin in that last fight, and he showed that he can strike too. I just haven't seen that from Park yet. And I just think Tyra's the better grappler and the better wrestler too. I also think he's a little bit above where Park is at this point in his career. I just think Tyra's seen more. I mean, Park's best win is a sub of Carlos Hernandez. Tyra eat that guy for dinner. Like, I just think Tyra's seen more. I just think he's seen more. This is one of those step up things, and Tyra can't lose this if he wants to be something in this division. So, you know, Park might have another chance at it later. Tyra just lost to Roy Val, which is still a good loss. Don't get me wrong, but like, yeah, I think Tyra. I think this is Tyra's fight to lose. He can lose it, but I think Tyra is just a tier above in the grappling. That's all.
You are most likely correct. All right, guys, there you have it. Those are our initial picks and breakdowns. Watching the comments when the props come out, we'll drop you our favorite things. I know me and Adrian are pretty busy the rest of the week, so I don't know if we'll have a props video. We'll try to get it to you, but if not, check the comments. We'll drop our bets. All right, guys, have a good one.
Peace.